Hello, Tommy.
Good afternoon or good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Fernanda Cela, Deputy Editor for Elle and Elle Decor Mexico. Thank you for sitting down with me and Elle this morning.
A pleasure.
It's been over 30 years since you launched your business. So I'd like to start asking, how can a brand with such history like Tommy Hilfiger can maintain its essence and keep up at the same time?
I think a brand has to evolve and stay fresh. I think a brand has to always stay relevant. And I always like to think that we should stay eternally positive and eternally young. So I think that sometimes disruptive advertising and marketing is a great thing, but it all really begins with the product. And the product has to be always modernizing, always evolving, always moving forward.
To stay relevant.
Yes.
Considering the challenging times we're living at the moment, how has your view on fashion changed during the pandemic?
Oh, I think people have become much, much more casual. And I think people aren't even thinking about wearing anything formal or dressing up. I think people are wearing either athletic, athleisure, inspired, casual, comfortable clothes, or clothes that they've had in their closets for a very long time.
Of course. Considering this, what makes a pair of jeans so essential in a wardrobe?
I think the jeans have to be very soft, be very comfortable, and be of a certain type of fabric or a certain kind of wash. I think look at what is being done right now in terms of breaking down the fabric. We're using a lot of stretch, more stretch than we've ever used before. And we're using a treatment to break down the fabric with laser that gives it almost a feeling like pajamas even. So I think the idea is that jeans are going to be very important going forward, but they have to be very comfortable and very casual, not like work jeans or some of the dark denims are too stiff.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to talk about because we could say denim is sort of a paradox. On one hand, it is a staple and everyone owns a garment made of denim. But on the other, it is one of the most polluting materials in the market. So I know you have a big program focused on this, but what is the commitment of Tommy Hilfiger on the climate crisis?
Well, we've been doing this with sustainability for a long time. As a matter of fact, we realized over 5 years ago that by washing denim with water, it's polluting the rivers, the streams, the oceans, the lakes, and it's poisonous. So we developed a way to break down the denim cloth with laser treatment, no water. It really, I think, has made a tremendous difference in areas where we have factories and we make millions of pairs of jeans. So you're thinking millions of pairs of jeans and hundreds of thousands of gallons of water per day going into the system. I think we've made a difference already, but we're using recycled fabrics. We're upcycling. We're doing Tommy for Life, where we're taking trade-ins on old Tommy, we're repairing it, we're redesigning it, we're putting it back out. So we really have a very serious sustainability program. And not that we are 100% sustainable, but we're nearing towards more sustainability every day. And in the near future, in the next few years, we hope to be fully sustainable.
Yeah, that's great. And that's a big challenge. Also, not only sustainability, but also diversity is one of the pillars of the brand, right? Can you tell us more about the Make It Possible program?
Well, for 50 years, I have been creating diversity within my workplace. I started People's Place in 1969, actually 51 years ago. And the whole idea was to create a place for the people, all types of people who wanted to be involved in fashion, music, entertainment, pop culture. And People's Place was not only a clothing store, but we sold record albums, we had concerts, we had cafe, it was a community. And the community was about people from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life, as long as we had one common interest, and that was that we love music, we love fashion, and we love pop culture. So for many, many years, I've been doing this. And even with Tommy Hilfiger, that we started 35 years ago, it's always about inclusion and diversity with our models, with our fashion shows, with our advertising, with everything we do.
So you've always been linked, of course, to pop culture and to different relevant characters of the industry, as you said. So what is the secret of success in collaborations such as the Tommy and Zendaya or figures of this era?
Well, the idea is to always make the brand new and fresh. So I really thought that by bringing Gigi and Zendaya and Lewis Hamilton collaborators in, we would bring their ideas into our company, and we would allow them to actually be creative and design. We supplied them with the know-how and the ability to manufacture, but we took their ideas. So it worked out very well as a result of that. But even way before that, when we started doing our marketing and advertising with Britney Spears and Aaliyah and people like Lenny Kravitz and even Beyonce and Enrique Iglesias, and including people into our brand who are from all different parts of the world, from Talia coming to all of our events, wearing all of our clothes, and from Mexico, for instance, to sponsoring concerts by the Rolling Stones and others. So we've always been involved in celebrity and inclusion, and the idea of really creating fun for the audience.
I get excited to listen to you talking about that era and all that, characters and stars. Do you ever feel nostalgic for the past era, like the 90s or like those moments?
I feel nostalgic. As a matter of fact, when I see the photos of Aaliyah and Mark Ronson and some of the things we did in the past, I become very nostalgic. And I also see a lot of the photos of the rappers we would dress in the 90s. And when Puff Daddy came to my office when he was just starting out, and Snoop Dogg and all of these iconic music stars really wearing Tommy Hilfiger, wanting to be a part of the whole scene, and then going off on their own, doing their own things. But I'm very nostalgic every time I think about it.
What are some of the challenges designers and, not only designers, but the industry is facing at the moment?
Well, a big challenge at the moment is COVID, obviously. That's a huge challenge. But the competition is very strong. But I think that one of the challenges is that if a brand is not sustainable in the future, the customer will walk away. And if a brand is not inclusive and diverse in the future, people will walk away and not embrace the brand. We have to be also very transparent in everything we're doing, where we're manufacturing, how we're manufacturing, what types of factories are we using. We want to avoid anything that has to do with any improper behavior, even with dealing with labor laws in different countries. We have to make sure that there's no child labor. We have to make sure that there are proper medical facilities in the factories. We have to make sure that people are taken care of properly in our chain of either supply or distribution or even marketing and our existence.
Well, I'd like to ask, I don't know if this is sort of a tricky question, but is there something you wish you knew? I mean, maybe all of us, there are many things, but something you wish you knew when you first started your business, or that you could use right now that would have been helpful to know?
Well, I sometimes look at Gucci or a Prada, and I think, well, they don't have any price resistance at all, because they could sell a jacket for, I don't know, $10,000, and not even think twice about it. A Chanel or an Hermes or a Dior handbag is upwards of hundreds of thousands, and they're made of the finest quality in the world. I have always developed a product that is affordable and accessible, which is a very difficult thing to do while still offering great quality. So, I mean, if I had it to do over again, maybe I would say, okay, I'm just going to use the very best fabrics in the world, the very best materials in the world, not care about price, because the price pressure is very heavy, especially with H&M, Zara, Old Navy, things, brands like that coming in very, very cheap prices, even though it's not sustainable most times, and even though it's not well made most times, a lot of people buy it. So there's a lot of price pressure on a brand like mine to come down in price, which I don't want to do because I don't want to ruin the quality, but I would like to be able to not care what prices I charge. But I don't feel doing that is the just thing to do. I would rather be really positioned as a premium brand with affordable accessibility.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about online shopping versus brick and mortar stores? Also considering, I mean, these past few years, well, this year especially.
I think you need both. I think you cannot survive with one without the other. But online shopping is also going to change. And live stream shopping is coming in really strong. I think many brands have to have a relationship directly with their consumer. And I think that having that relationship directly with the consumer is going to be very beneficial to brands in the future. And
one thing I wanted to ask, you've expanded from fashion into other categories and areas. So you probably, with what you just said, you probably answered this already, but what is the common thread between apparel, footwear, accessories, furnishing?
Well, I think all of those categories are expected categories that a designer or a manufacturing company will do.
Yeah.
Apparel, accessories, footwear, watches, home, all of that. And it's all connected through a red thread, you could say, for me. And it all has a signature detail and sort of a look and a feel that is very much Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah. But I think smart brands in the future will go way beyond fashion. They don't have to stay just in fashion. They could be in hotels. They could be in restaurants. They could be many, many, many different areas. And eventually in the future, we will evolve into going into other areas that we've not yet explored.
Well, as I just said, like the brand has expanded into many other areas and it has a very clear style and touch. And we all recognize the Tommy Hilfiger touch on every item. So what would be like your own definition of what a Tommy Hilfiger product item is, and also like considering these 35 years in the industry, what is your own definition of success?
My interpretation of success is whatever you make it. I mean, a lot of people think success comes just with money. A lot of people think success comes with enduring the long haul. A lot of people think success comes from how philanthropic you are, how generous you are with helping others. And I think it's all of the above. But I do think part of the success has to always be in a question mark. What is that success in the future?
Yeah.
And how do you get there? And what is it going to be? What does it mean? And I think that's it's a big question mark for a lot of people. We don't yet know, but certainly being sustainable makes us feel that we're doing something successful. But it's not the determining factor if that the brand is either successful or not successful. It's a lot of different things. It's how we operate as human beings also.
Are you happy with what you've achieved?
I'm happy, but I'm a perfectionist, so I could always look for it to be better and stronger and more perfect. I'm always overlooking what could be better.
Yeah. Are you anxious or are you excited about the future?
I'm excited about the future. I'm really excited about the future because I think that with technology, there's a lot coming that we haven't even seen yet and haven't even explored yet. I mean, right now, we never had the opportunity to FaceTime or Skype or Zoom or do any of what we're doing now. And I'm doing this every day. But when I was young and watching the Jetsons, I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to be able to have a telephone with a camera where you see the person you're talking to?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's amazing. Like, I don't think, well, this obviously has pushed us, like all of us, to go for this, but then also be, of course, more creative, right?
Yes, we're much more creative.
Yeah. So is there something what have you been doing during these months? Like,
I've been exploring ways to expand the brand beyond fashion.
Great.
Digital technology comes into it in a very strong way.
Okay.
Health and wellness is a very important subject to explore.
Okay.
Everybody wants to be healthy and well.
So is the brand going in that direction as well?
We're studying all of it.
Yeah.
But we went into electronics last year, where we're doing headphones and speakers and earbuds and all sorts of electronic gadgets and things people use every day. And the headphones are really, really exciting. And the earbuds, they're selling very well. So that's another area that we're in that other people in our fashion business have not even thought of.
Well, are there any plans we can know about or anything, or should we wait till you make it official?
Stay tuned.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I also wanted to ask, okay, I have a couple more questions. What is the role of Mexico in the Latin American market?
As far as I'm concerned, Mexico is the most important area in Latin America. We have a customer base in Mexico that is almost 30 years strong. We have incredible partners with the AXO team that we cultivated, I think 27 years ago now. And we view the Mexican consumer as one of our most important consumer bases because it's very, very close to and similar to America. And the same tastes, the same kind of product choices. And we really believe that there's a lot of, I would say, shifting between American people going to Mexico, Mexican people coming to America. And I view it as just an extension of who we are.
Great. Have you been to Mexico City recently?
I was there last year at this time.
Ah, nice.
It was incredible. The art world in Mexico is another level of being very cool. The restaurants, the shops, it's pretty incredible what is going on.
We'd be happy to have you back.
Thank you. I'd love to come.
Hopefully soon.
Yes, hopefully soon.
We're able to travel safely, right?
Hopefully we can travel soon.
And there's also something I wanted to ask that I've been thinking about, and I was thinking about when I was preparing this interview. Considering all these highlights and these different moments in the pop culture and in fashion, and I mean, the brand has been very relevant. Would you be interested in showing your work as a part of an exhibition or a retrospective? Is that something that comes to mind?
I would like to do that. Maybe after 50 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we'll just keep on waiting then. So I think that's it. I understand. Where are you at the moment?
I'm in my home in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Ah, nice. Thanks for your time. And it was very nice seeing you.
Okay, all the best. I hope to see you when I come.
Yeah, of course.
Again, thank you. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Bye-bye. Yes, you
Bye.
too.
Bye-bye.